Hey guys, good morning. It's Friday and today we don't have a workshop, but I mostly have some work in the studio. And we got some really good news for all you guys that like what we do on the internet. So join us in today's episode of Behind the Closed Doors.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Okay, first things first, and that is making a backup of yesterday's files. Okay, Jason, you're packing up tether tools for a client?
Yes.
Hey, Annewiek. So what are you doing?
We're making a plan to get this mirror here on the wall, because we have to move it around constantly and it's really annoying, and also it's kind of heavy on your own. So I'm gonna I still have this. Okay, the plan is to fix this on the wall, you know, like this.
I don't know, Annewiek. If I do this, the whole building will probably fall down. Because in all honesty, and this is not a joke, I'm not the technical guy. So that's why I love Annewiek too. Of course, I love Annewiek also for other stuff, but she's the technical girl. So she can do all this stuff. If I do this, literally the whole building will fall down.
Well, I hope this wall is strong enough, so we put it over here.
We needed more power. So there we go. Jason, what do we have? We have something that's a little bit more powerful. Annewiek, are you ready?
Yeah. I got a bigger drill. That's one. Now the other one. It should be magnetic, but it isn't anymore.
And we just realized it would be very, very wise if we would first meter the distance. Now you remember light meters? If you do stuff like this, it's called a centimeter or a ruler.
Now. Go check on the other side if it's not coming through the wall. So, here we go. Okay. Uh-oh, I can't find my stripe anymore.
The problem was there are several marks on this thing, so we have to find one that's for us.
Are you ready, Frank?
Call 911.
Actually, this is not a right saw. This is an iron saw, but I think it works. The which piece was the right one? Yeah, but this one is it. Zoek even.
1, 2, 3.
Tada! Ben hier! Jij neemt
1, 2, 3.
Tada!
Just another day at the office.
helemaal goed.
Oké.
Ik heb hier een pakketje voor u.
Hey, top.
Alsjeblieft.
Mailcall. Okay, that's some Alengrom gear for one of our attendees of the workshops. Okay, time for a quick Q&A. Now, one of you guys actually asked me, like, why do you do behind the closed doors? The story is actually quite simple. Now, when we ran the computer company, we had people working for us. And the problem was that as soon as we went on a trip, often when we got back, they have actually asked me like, okay, Frank, how was your holiday? And it really pissed me off because it's not really a holiday what we do. We travel, we arrive at the location and we go to a trade show center or whatever. I do my thing, we go back to the hotel, edit the videos, edit the photography and do our social media and emails, go back to the convention center the next day and fly home. So if somebody asked me, how was your holiday? I was going like, I didn't even see the country. So we decided at one point, just let the camera run. And I really liked doing that stuff. And a few years later, we actually had a workshop in Spain and I brought a little action cam. And that footage was never edited for the very simple reason. I just filmed the whole week and when I got home, I was going like, really? I have to edit like a gazillion files, just leave it there. And at one point we just decided, you know what, it would be cool if people get a behind the scenes look of what we do. And at that same time we also started doing our Patreon stuff. So we asked people, if you like what we do, please support us on Patreon. So we decided it would be really nice to combine those two and do something back for you guys. So it started behind the closed doors. Now, at first, behind the closed doors was really simple. We used a very simple camera. I actually started out with my iPhone and just filming everything. But we thought that wasn't really interesting because, of course, you want to know what goes on in the studio, right? So we decided it would be great to give you an inside look of how our days look and what we do, where we travel, what goes into the preparation of a workshop. And in all honesty, we started out with that little cam and I thought it was a little bit of a nuance, constantly filming everything. But in the end, we really loved it. And Annewiek doesn't mind, so why not? And to be totally honest, the vlog turned out totally different than we expected. We expected it to do it for a few weeks and then stop. But it's so much fun that we actually decided to just keep doing it. At least until I grow bored of it. Or you guys don't watch it anymore. So that's the reason why we started behind the closed doors. And that's also the reason why we still do it. So I hope you enjoy it. And by the way, every time we try to up the ante a little bit. So also today, you're gonna see some totally different stuff. Because let's be honest, if you see the same stuff over and over again, you grow bored. So we try to do something new every time. So we have the Q&As, we have the inspiration and everything else. Okay, home after lunch, and I actually decided to start editing behind the closed doors for today. For the very simple reason, we have a more elaborate setup, especially with the tooltime stuff. And I decided it would be better to start editing now, also because, well, it's a free day for me today and I don't want to spend the whole evening editing. Just got a call from Annewiek that I have to go to the studio because there's been a really cool mail package. And when Annewiek tells me it's cool, I better run to the studio because it probably is. Okay, Annewiek, you called me. We have mail?
Yes, we do.
Ooh, what do we have?
A big box.
A big box from De Greef & Partner. That's always fun. In the meantime, they're setting everything up for tomorrow's workshop at Camera Nu voor Wacom. So, because it's a smaller space, we only use a reflector with grids. And the beauty is with grid are stands and the ELCs from Alengrom. So we have now one. And of course, my favorite camera bag. Okay, so Kim is gonna explain how to remove an Alengrom head from its stand.
Well, step one, you have to...
Unscrew that, yes. And then step two.
Then you take it off.
As you can see, you learn something every single day in Behind the Closed Doors. Okay, so we got this package in from our friends from De Greef & Partner, and this is actually where my new favorite tripod comes from. And this is a Gorilla Pod. Now what's so cool about the Gorilla Pods? You can actually mount them everywhere. And I get my iPhone in here and you can even put a camera on there. We tried the 6500 from Sony, worked like a charm. So I'm very curious to see what they send us today. So knife, band-aids, everything is ready. I have all these people around me that are very anxious to see what we have. And we have something really amazing. And that's packaging material, which is absolutely awesome. Package slip, we don't need that. My intern is looking at me like, I'm not gonna clean it up, dude. No, I'm cleaning that up myself. Okay, there we go. So the first thing we have is the Joby Gorilla Pod Original. So we're gonna try that one out. Then we have finally, last but not least, we have the active lens clip set from Clip. So these products, now don't think that they send it to me just because they like me. What we're gonna do is actually, we are gonna do a review series on the Joby system and how you can use that in your photography and in your vlogging. And after that, probably all the items I have to return. So don't worry, it's not like they give me stuff for free. Maybe you can make some disappear. There are 2 of each. I don't think they will mind. So anyway, so we're gonna test this. So let's see what we got. Okay, so we took everything out of the box, and of course we're gonna do a proper review of this stuff and make sure that you guys see how we use it in the videos. But let's go through them really quick. So we have several Joby pods, Gorilla pods, and those are absolutely awesome because you can change them in any direction you want. You can really change the angles, and they even have ball heads. So that's great because now you can put your camera on and you can actually move that around. And you have the leveler, and of course you have the quick release. So you can put this under your camera and just click it in. Really cool. Then we have this one. This is for your tablet. We have this one for on your skateboard or for on a table. And you can put your camera on top of that and really move it around. This one, you can clip your iPhone in. See, clip your iPhone, tighten it. And now, of course the other way around, Frank, you have a grip. And of course on location you can even use it as a stand. So, it's pretty interesting.
How cute.
Yeah, it is. Now, this one is really nice. Now, Jason told me this is a USB stick, but it's not. It's actually, this is so cute. It's a mini tripod.
It's tiny.
Look at this. So now you can put your camera on the table and you have a mini tripod. You can even lift up the legs, of course, by putting something underneath. So that's really nice. Do you need something tight? And I mean tight. This is it. If you put it like this, it won't work. But if you secure it, you can, oh my, you can lift the whole table with it. This is really tight. Now your camera won't fall off. Okay, so we have the active lens set from Olo, sorry. So you have several options. Olo. You have several options. And of course we're gonna put it on my iPhone because this is for the 7S, for the 7 Plus. So you have a wide angle and a more tailor. And the packaging is really tight, so let me try first this one. I think that's where this is for. Not really. But never give up, never surrender. You can always try it like this.
Now you have 2 parts.
Now I have 2 parts, yeah.
It doesn't supposed to come out of the box, Frank.
No, it's demo purposes. Don't worry, we'll get it out of the box in the next scene. There we go. a little bit of persistence. Okay, so this is the part for the iPhone 7 Plus, and it connects really easy. You press the button here and you just click it in, and that's one, and the other one you do on the other side. And there you go. So you have your wide angle and you have your telephoto.
But does it fit when your case is on?
We're gonna try that now. Okay, so we connected it. It doesn't fit on the case, but if you don't have a case or you have a really thin case, Olloclip works, Olloclip, and the quality is absolutely stunning. We just made a few pictures with it. Great. So, really nice. And if you want the other one, you just take it off and you just turn it around, and now we have the other one on. So Annewiek called me that the courier arrived, and the courier has something really special for us. You do remember all our internet problems, right? We're gonna take some measurements that we make sure that we are at least a little bit more safe. So Annewiek, what did he bring?
He brought a new 4G modem for faster internet.
To make absolutely sure that if there is a problem with the internet, we now have two providers, right? We now have T-Mobile and KPN.
And it's the same modem, so we have to
label them. Okay, now if you have been following us for a while, you actually know that we have a huge problem over here with internet. There's no fiber, there's no chance on fiber, and if we want fiber, we pay a lot of money. So, a while ago we tried the satellite dish. It worked, but it wasn't very stable and the ping was incredibly long. So at one point we decided, why not use 4G? Because 4G inside the studio works great. But tethering to your iPhone isn't a perfect solution for a company, of course. And especially not if you have to do a lot of stuff. So we actually got a contract from KPN. That's a Dutch provider. And they deliver 4Gs for your studio or home, of course. Now recently I actually switched to T-Mobile for my cell phone. And they had great download and great upload, even in the studio. And after last digital classroom, where something went wrong again with the KPN modem, we decided to not take any chance anymore, and we also got a T-Mobile modem. Now on both systems we have 100 gigs of data per month, and that sounds like a lot, but it actually isn't. If you realize that one episode of Behind the Closed Doors is actually around 2.5 gigs, you know that we'll run out of space very, very fast with the uploads. And uploading via our ADSL is no option at all, because that's 0.7 up, so that sucks. So let's see how fast this modem is. Let's do a little test, and first is ADSL, our normal internet connection. You know the term good enough for email? That's about that email connection. Sorry, internet connection, because it's tremendously slow, especially the upload. Next up, T-Mobile 4G. Now that makes me really happy. Now let's see how the upload is. Because on my mobile phone, T-Mobile upload is a little bit less than KPN. Okay, this is more than enough. Wow. This is on par with KPN, but KPN download is much slower than this. And KPN. And this is also, of course, 4G. Clear winner, T-Mobile, and by a wide margin, especially on the download. The only problem again is we only have 100 gigs a month per provider. The cool thing about T-Mobile is that actually during nighttime it's free, so there's no data. So we're gonna try this out, and it looks great. So now when we have digital classroom, I don't have to worry anymore, because if one modem doesn't work, we just switch to the other one. Okay, I'm ready to go home, guys. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And if you do, leave comments below and subscribe to our channel. I can't stress that enough. It really helps us out. Subscribe to our channel. But more of all, tell other people about our channel. We do a lot of stuff for you guys. We do the behind the closed doors, of course. We do Quite Frankly, Digital Classroom. And we try to give you even more content. So help us out. Subscribe to our channel. And if you have any questions, leave comments below. Tomorrow, the workshop at Camera Nu for a walk-on. So see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.